Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here. Today we're going to be talking about how to incorporate cardistry into your magic performance. All right everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this Advice for Magicians video. Before I get into it, of course, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already done that, and don't forget to ring that notification bell, wherever it may be, so you guys can stay updated, informed anytime I put out a new video. As always, please make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. If you guys have any questions for me, anything that you guys would like me to talk about on this channel, or if it's even just to say hello, I'd love to hear from you guys. Just to know that I'm not blasting these things into the ether, but that people are actually listening and actually watching these videos. I appreciate you guys. So this week, I wanted to just talk about cardistry and how you can use it with magic. A lot of people will say that magic and cardistry are two different sides of the same coin, in the sense that magic and cardistry go hand to hand, but they should really be kept separate. I'll agree and I'll disagree, and let me explain why. So when you're performing magic, what you really want to do is you want it to seem like I'm not doing anything. I literally just took this coin and I squeezed it and then it vanished. That's all that happened. If I do a coin roll and then toss the coin in the air and then catch it over here and go bam, and it's gone, yeah, it's a magic trick. Magic happened, but they're more inclined to believe that you did something sneaky rather than just the coin vanished, right? So how do you incorporate cardistry with your card magic, or any kind of manipulation, really, like doing a coin roll, a coin toss, like perfect example, this is Garrett Thomas. He does like all this crazy stuff with his wedding band, all this crazy stuff with his ring and stuff like that. But when it comes time to do the magic, he's able to separate all of that stuff from the magical moment. So let's talk about that. So what I like to do is I like to use cardistry as anti-magic. Now, what I mean by that is I like to show off my skill so that people can see what skill looks like, so they can contrast skill with magic. So for example, I do an ambitious card routine. And one of the first things I do is I put the card in the deck, and then I say, a lot of times what magicians will do is they'll shuffle the cards like this to try to confuse you. And I do like a bunch of flourishes cuts. And I say, but I'm not going to do that. So the first thing that does is that gets like a little reaction. They laugh, right? They think it's silly. And I say, I'm going to go very slow so you can see everything that I do. I turn the top card over. I show that their card's not there. I turn it back over and I say, watch. That's it. And now your card is on the top of the deck. So they saw all the fancy cuts and stuff, and then their card's on the top. Maybe I did something sneaky, right? So they say, watch, I'll do it one more time. Your card goes into the middle of the deck. I'm not even going to do anything. I'm just going to wave my hand and snap. And now it's on top. So that gives them an opportunity to go, whoa, wait a minute. And the second time is always more impressive, because the first time they saw, oh, this guy is doing some sleight of hand stuff. He's got some amazing skill. He can shuffle the cards really well. That is really cool looking. It's really visual. It's awesome, right? And he was able to make my card come up to the top of the deck. That's really cool. But then you contrast that with magic, which is it just goes into the deck, and now it's on top. So now it's like, wait a minute, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's not skill. Maybe it's something else, because he didn't do anything. He just put the card in the middle and now it's on the top, right? So now you're putting them in a position where you're leaving these kind of doors open, and then you're closing these doors one at a time. So now what's the next door that they're going to close? Oh, well, maybe he didn't do sleight of hand stuff, but maybe he's using more than one card. So then you have them sign the card, put it back into the deck, and it's back on top again. And then they say, oh, well, maybe he's still doing some kind of sleight of hand. Maybe I just can't see it. So then you go, okay, you take the cards. I put the card back into the middle of the deck. You snap your fingers. They snap. You turn the top card over. They turn it over. And it happened in their hands, so I didn't even do anything, so maybe it couldn't have been me. You take the cards back, and then they're thinking, but I still don't know when it's coming to the top of the deck. So you go, here, I'll show you. Bend the card, put it back inside the deck. You snap, it pops up to the top immediately as soon as you snap, and then you show them the card, and then they can keep their signed card. So right there, you've just done an ambitious card routine, right? And that's pretty much how I've been doing an ambitious card routine for like most of my Magic career. But I always start with something flashy, like a multiple packet cut. It can even be just like a 3-packet cut if you want, right? And what that does is, again, it puts in their mind like, oh, he's good with his hands, he can do all these like cool things. So that when I don't, and I just put it, and it's on top, now they have something to contrast. This is magic, this is sleight of hand or skill or manipulation or whatever you want to call it, right? Same thing can be said with a coin now. Using that example that we did earlier, you can roll the coin on your fingers, you could toss it up in the air, you can catch it, right? You can go like this. Which hand do you think that the coin is in? Right, 50-50 chance. They say it's here, and maybe you did some kind of sleight of hand so that no matter which hand they chose, they're wrong, right? And you go, but that's a trick. That's me like taking advantage of, you know, moving around really quickly and stuff. Let me try one more time now. Now which hand is it in? You say it's this one. Of course it's not in this one. Are you sure it's here? It's not there either. In fact, it was in this hand the whole time, right? Even that now they're going to be like, wait a minute, I saw you put it in that hand. Maybe you're still doing something. So now you say, you know what? I'm going to be very open and fair. In fact, I'm going to put the coin here, and I'm going to put this hand behind my back. You could check the hand. Nothing there, right? I'm going to put it behind my back. You know, in fact, to make it even more fair, I want you to just go ahead and grab my wrist here. That way I can't do anything. Okay? The hand's going to go behind my back. And now here's the coin, right? So the moral of the story is you can use flourishing and cardistry, and you can combine them with magic. It's not magic now. I want to make sure that that's clear. Cardistry isn't magic. Cardistry is juggling. It's a skill. But you can use it to your advantage. You can use it to give the audience something to contrast. Because if you just take a card and you put it in the middle of the deck and you snap and then it's now on the top, they'll be amazed by it, but in their mind they're going to be like, maybe he did something. But if you're already and they're like, oh, maybe he did something, and then you stick it in very slow and it doesn't look like anything happened, now they're like, well, wait, maybe he didn't do something. So it gives them something to contrast it to. Just my 2 cents on how to use cardistry or flourishing in general with your magic. Can they be done together? Should they be done together? I'm going to say yes. Of course, it really depends on the routine that you're doing. Going back to Garrett Thomas again. Garrett Thomas is known for his finger ring magic. He does his ring thing where he throws the ring back onto his finger. He just did all of this stuff on Fool Us, and he does this thing where he like makes the ring dance around, and he like rolls it on his fingers, and he does it on the knuckles, tosses the ring up and catches it, and all this stuff, right? But then when it comes time to do the magic, he sticks the ring on, slow. He shows it all around on both sides, slow. And then he slowly takes the ring off, and then he hands it to the spectators to examine it. So that's really the difference. You can do these flourishing things, but when it comes time to do the magic moment, slow everything down, give the audience a chance to see what is happening, and it's going to seem super fair and super clean, and all of the stuff that they saw leading up to that is going to make them think, maybe he is really doing magic. Maybe he's not just doing sleight of hand stuff. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time with more advice for magicians. Take care.